So we've got some very interesting next generation Xbox news today. Let's look into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we all know that Microsoft is working on new next generation Xbox console or even consoles. And that's all despite the fact that there's been some rumors suggesting that Microsoft Xbox may go third party with their first party games. Some of them or all of them, we don't know that just yet, but looks like that's going to be happening in the future. But despite all that, Microsoft still wants to provide us with hardware. And not only Microsoft and Xbox executives did confirm that in the past during all kinds of different interviews. Phil Spencer spoke about it, Satya Nadella, I think, as well. So we know that more Xbox consoles are coming in the future. Recently, Jez Corden also confirmed, he did say that he has heard that a number of Xbox hardware projects have been greenlit. So, yeah, looks like something is happening when it comes to new hardware. And actually, that's a good thing because that means that whether they will go third party or not with their games, the hardware is still going to be there and, they will support it and there will be updates. And if you buy Xbox games, you will have a hardware to play these games on, right? Not only PC, but Xbox. So that's all good news, of course. Now we can speculate when that's going to happen, but sounds like it's late 2026. There's been a ton of rumors about that lately too, and looks like that's actually happening. But the latest leak rumor suggests that there may be actually two consoles coming in 2026. And that information is a courtesy of MaDz, and he spoke about it during the NXC. I think that's NXC, yeah, something like that. I think that's the name of the podcast, the Colts Eastwood podcast, basically. So during that podcast, MaDz actually did say that he seen documents or heard about the fact that apparently Microsoft wants to deliver two consoles, two SKUs. Similar approach, I guess, like with Xbox Series X and S, but the less powerful console is supposed to be a handheld. Now, that's actually an interesting idea because, and interesting news too, because not only we heard about PlayStation working on a handheld, but recently Jez Corden wrote an article suggesting that Xbox handheld would actually make a lot of sense because if you look at the gaming landscape when it comes to hardware and gaming devices, handheld gaming devices are actually getting more and more popular. Not only Nintendo Switch is just killing it in sales, but PlayStation just released this kind of it's not really a console, it's more like a controller with a screen. So this kind of I don't know how to call it. I'm talking about PlayStation Portal. It's not a handheld. It's not really even a console. It's just like a controller, basically. But anyway, a streaming device, you can call it too, I guess. Just did release that information that it makes sense, and all these devices are getting more popular. Steam Deck is very popular. Now, there's been some rumors suggesting that PlayStation is working on a handheld too, right? So it looks like these companies are going to be fighting for your money in this space too. I mean, obviously when it comes to going back to the Xbox, new Xbox hardware, Microsoft approach is going to be, deliver a high-powered console, like Xbox Series X, but obviously more powerful because, yeah, it will release in 2026, new tech and everything. But on top of that, have that companion kind of console which you can take everywhere, right? Now, I don't really know much about the specs or how these consoles would be created and built. I've got some ideas actually, and funny enough, all that investment in ARM and RISC kind of CPUs from Microsoft actually may lead to a RISC-based kind of device, but that would have some, well, you know, everything comes with a cost. Not only, I mean, it would make sense. I guess it all depends what Microsoft wants to do, but I'll probably make another video about it because I don't want to complicate things too much in this video. But, you know, the question is, will that be a compatible console with a new high-powered console? So imagine a Xbox Series S X situation where developers develop a game for both consoles simultaneously, right? And you can play the same games on Xbox Series S and X, just Series S offers, you know, less visual prowess, I guess. So, you know, would that be a similar situation, but only with a handheld? Or would that be a situation where that would be more like a mobile kind of device with RISC-based CPU, you know, ARM64 CPU, and but that's changing a lot, really. So, you know, I don't really want to talk about it that much because it's, you know, it actually, it's all about like compatibility issues and that kind of stuff. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, the approach of Microsoft is apparently, you know, trying to take with like next gen consoles is to have like a home console and a handheld. Now, like I said, it would be an interesting idea for sure. Like I said, my only concern is only the power, the technology used. Would that be more like a streaming device? Would that be like a proper handheld console like Switch? Would that be some sort of hybrid maybe? Who knows, right? But, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. I mean, you know, 2026, late 2026 is like still like a 2.5 years from now, because I would imagine that, you know, these consoles would launch around October, November 2026. So it's like, you know, around 2.5 years, maybe slightly more. But yeah, I mean, looks like Microsoft is investing in hardware still. I guess that makes sense because if they want to go big with cloud and everything, they will need hardware to run these games in the server racks anyway. So they may as well make these consoles anyway. So, I mean, and I did say that in many of my videos before, that, you know, it doesn't make sense for Microsoft to quit console business completely because they need that hardware because it's power efficient, because running games on PC hardware is actually quite expensive, right? While these dedicated devices, they, you know, take less power, they are better optimized, and you know, you can run number of games on one blade and everything. So, you know, it's like better optimized for gaming rather than, you know, just run these games on these server farms that uses latest AMD NVIDIA technology. Well, it works, it's more powerful and everything, but is it cost effective? Probably not really. That's why Microsoft will still need, you know, hardware, even in like, you know, future, not like 2026, but even, you know, long after that, right? So we'll see how that goes. But hey, it's good news that the investment is still there. Whatever happens with their game strategy and stuff, I mean, the games are there. All these games will be on Xbox. You know, hopefully on Game Pass too, because there's been some wild rumors about Game Pass too. So we'll see how that goes. I don't really want to say too much right now, but I've got actually, and this is sort of like a preview to what's going to come soon when it comes to content. I've got, well, pretty much 2 videos ready. I mean, they are in my head, I mean, right? Because I want to talk about two potential paths Microsoft can take with new Xbox hardware, right? But hey, I mean, you know, these videos are in the works, so you know, I'm kind of like gathering some data and everything, and I'll let you know once that's ready. So anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.